Going out of job. When you go out of job, when you become jobless, or when you go out of business, you enter in the low phase of your life. Going out of job or out of business is indeed the low tide of the ocean. When the tide is low, the ocean does not give up. It goes with the flow. It is not rebelling. It is not upset. It simply goes with the flow because it is fully aware that after a while the tide is going to go high. When you go out of job, the first thing that comes to your mind is, now what? The mind is in play. The mind is ruling you, and the mind is a dangerous master. The mind is not willing to rest. The very nature of the mind is being restless. And so you become restless because you are not in touch with your consciousness. You are being totally ruled by your mind. Whatever the mind desires, you run behind it. The chase continues, and so does the depression when you are struck with failures after failures. The mind is either in the past or in the future. The meeting between the mind and the present moment never happens. And so the question, now what, comes to haunt you. Every morning when you wake up, and the question before you is, now what? You become totally deaf to the beautiful morning melody of the Mother Nature, the chirping of the birds, the sound of the cool breeze. You become blind to the beauty of the morning that is welcoming you. You are so much lost in this one question, now what? That you are simply lost in your worry. Worry and worry, there is nothing else in your life but just worry. You become a worry wat. You are worried night and day. Worry is not the way to care. Worry is very destructive. Joshua was also a man who always used to worry. He worried day and night. How am I going to pay next month's bill? The economic situation is terrible. How will I survive? Then one day, Joshua's aunt died and he inherited $1 million. Eventually, he bought a new home, the most lavish furniture, and a luxury car. The world seemed like a cozy place. One day, when a neighbor visited Joshua's wife, he noticed Joshua sitting alone in his room and moaning like a wounded animal. "What's wrong with Joshua?" inquired the neighbor. "Is he ill?" Joshua's wife gave a knowing smile and she said, "Not really, except Joshua is worried that he has nothing to worry about." When you have nothing to worry about, that too creates worry. Your mind has become so mechanically used to worrying that if you have nothing to worry about, you will worry about this. Worry is an unhealthy and destructive mental habit. Dalai Lama says if it can be solved, there is no need to worry, and if can't be solved, worry is of no use. You are out of job, so you think that you are the only worried person. But that is your imagination. The reality is something else. A man who is on the job is also terribly worried about his future, his promotion, his growth. A man who is unmarried is worried about when his marriage is going to take place. And a man who is married has a different set of worries. You see, The worry never dies because the mind cannot survive without worrying. The question, now what next, continues to exist in your life. When you were a fresher, the question was the same. When you were on the job, the question never changed. And when you are out of job, the question continues to exist. This question will only die when your mind will die. And that is what meditation is all about. The Master says meditation is not a solution of any problem. It solves nothing, it simply helps you to get rid of the mind, the problem creator. It simply helps you to slip out of the mind like a snake slips out of the old skin. The mind cannot live without worries. Why? Because worries are the food, the nourishment for the mind. Whenever the mind sees that something is happening and you may get out of worrying, the mind pulls you back and creates new worries, absurd worries, because without worries, the mind cannot exist. Buddha is a state of meditation, and meditation is a state of being mindless. There is no mind, no mirror. And this is the ultimate stage of a yogi. The question is how to silence the mind. The real question is how to overcome the mind. Trying to silence the mind is meaningless. It is just like saying a healthy disease. It makes no sense. How can there be a disease that is healthy? A disease is a disease, and health is the absence of disease. There is nothing like a silent mind. When silence is there, there is no mind. When mind is there, there is no silence. Mind as such is the disturbance, the disease. Meditation is the state of no mind, not of a silent mind, not of a healthy mind, not of a concentrated mind. No, meditation is the state of no mind, no society within you, no conditioning within you, just you with your pure consciousness. How to find a way out? And the answer is found in the message of the Sufis. Sufism is beautiful. It thrives, lives, and breathes through the heart. There is no mind. And so expressing the beauty of Sufism is beyond the power of words. The essence of Sufism is felt through the message that Sufism shares. And the message is, live each moment as if you were going to die the next. And then there will be a great intensity and a great passion. You will be aflame with life. Leave everything to existence. Leave everything to the whole. Just see this infinite existence is going so perfectly well. The energy that takes care of millions of stars can also take care of you. You need not worry. You don't have to carry the burden on your head. You can trust. And just a few experiences of trust, and then you will never get caught in the old trap again, because you will know things are being taken care of. The spiritual master Paramahansa Yogananda says, live quietly in the moment and see the beauty of all before you. The future will take care of itself. You just have to live in the moment. You just have to ensure that you are able to be here and now. When you leave everything to existence, When you surrender to God in totality, your action has a different flavor to it, a new taste. You become very active, but it is no longer your activity. Now existence acts through you. You become connected with the present and it starts flowing through you. Something great is going to happen, but it will not be your doing. He will be the doer. He will be the doer, and you will remain utterly relaxed without a worry. Rumi says, try something different. Surrender. Surrendering is not giving up. You continue with your efforts, but when you surrender, now the doer is not you, but he to whom you have surrendered. And this is significant. And when you are no more the doer, the ego has no scope. And when there is no ego in existence, you are bound to succeed. That is how it is. That is the way of its happening. Bhagavan Raman Maharshi, one of the greatest divine master, says, let what comes come and let what goes go. Why do you worry? Don't give up. Continue to remain focused on your goals. But while you do so, surrender yourself in totality to God's will. This is the way, the ultimate way to experience bliss, peace, and joy in your life. Open up. Always remember, God comes to a man who remains open and not closed. Open up, be open to blessings. In every circumstances, don't give up, just surrender. Being out of job or out of business will no more worry you when your journey towards getting out of mind begins. It is only when you overcome your mind and not control that there is a possibility for you to reach your heart. And your heart is beautiful. Your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. The solution to all your miseries and problems is not to be found by logic, which the mind thrives upon, but by your unwavering faith that dwells in your heart. The only lasting beauty is the beauty of the heart. Stop worrying and keep walking. As you start to walk out on the way appears. Surrender to what is. Let go of what was. Have faith in what will be. The principal part of faith is patience. Be patient because good things take time. The moon takes time to become full. The lovers of God never run out of patience, for they know that time is needed for the moon to become full. Let there be more faith and patience. Walk by faith, not by sight. Meditate.